everybody, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here for episode 2 of Island in the Sky. With me is the previous cast and crew, as we should expect, right? I mean, come on. So let's jump right into our introductions and get into this game of hashtag Super Best Friends Club. Or hashtag Team Best Friend Club. So let's jump right over to the...
What? Best Friend Club forever.
Okay, I'll also take that one. You guys let me know which hashtag we're going to use, and we'll use it. Let's jump over to Jack. Jack, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And tell us about Island in the Sky.
Hey guys, I'm Jack. I go by JackoBuddy everywhere, mainly on Twitter and DM's Guild, Patreon, all of these different places doing RPGs and playing RPGs and creating really crazy convoluted storylines that involves, was that a dream? Was that future? Are we dead? I don't know. We'll find out eventually, I guess. Yeah, so I'm looking real forward to this week. This is going to be a very fun week. I am disappointed that I'm going to have to TPK the Best Friends Club, but other than that, it's going to be a good old time.
We'll make a second Best Friends Club. Like, you can't stop the friendship.
You can't stop the best friends.
You can't stop this feeling.
Through us, yeah.
Watch me.
Okay. Prediction for the entire show: the true magic was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. The magic on the island is dying, and we save it with the magic of friendship, because everyone knows friendship is magic.
It's magic!
Sorry for spoilers, everyone.
Yeah, guys, you can just hang out now. We're just going to have fun. Campaign spoiled.
You solved my puzzle.
Oh, no!
Oh, the friendship puzzle!
Oh, awesome. So let's jump over to Chelsea. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
I'm Chelsea. I am Little Red Dot online and all of the places and all of the many streams that I play in. That's where you can find my channel, as well as links to all of my socials. So tonight I am bringing back our ever clueless and kind of naive dwarf, Tisla Onyx Fist, who was exiled actually last time from her home and has stumbled upon the fact that she's living in an island in the sky.
And the power of friendship.
And the power of friendship. She found with her fist. Actually, she found by going to the surface, but you know.
That's true.
Step by step.
And your first super best friend, Kenny, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
So I'm Kenny Hill. You can find me at twitch.tv/Kenny Hill. That's KENIHILL. And I will be playing Alethea, who is a rogue elf. And she's a little bit shy and a lot of bit neurotic.
That's true. Yeah. And my personal super best friend, Speedy, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
I'm Speedy. You can find me everywhere not so speedruns, and I am playing as Wes, our kind of awkward, also shy 17-year-old paladin boy who is trying his best. Even if he is afraid of whatever dangers lurk in our dreams now.
I like that we have, like, one boy who's afraid of everything. Then we have Kenny, who's afraid of the end of the world. And then we have Chelsea, who's afraid of the sky. And then Human.
Who's afraid of nothing,
who just exists to have a happy time and doesn't understand anything that's happening.
He's the heart of the group, really.
I don't think he understands enough to have a fear. Like, I think that's what it is. He doesn't comprehend enough. So today, we actually have two sponsors, and because I'm lazy, I'm going to toss it over to both of them to do their sponsorship things. First and foremost, we'll jump over to Kenny. Kenny, what is the sponsor of the day?
So I'm also here representing one of the sponsors, Dice of Rolling, and we make color-coded dice in specific quantities for D&D 5th edition, as well as battle tokens, which are these cool hardwood tokens, and status markers, which I forgot to mention last week. They're acrylic, and we make them here in our basement. It's like having an army of miniatures in your pocket, so if you use the code UMG at checkout, you'll get $1 off your order, and some of the proceeds will go to Mike to support the channel and all of its campaigns.
Sweet. And our other sponsor, Jack, who is that?
Yeah, our other sponsor is Reliant Games. They are actually a new company that I own and that we just recently started. We create and also set up and manage podcasts for different individuals. And some of that kind of content is going to be coming this way shortly. So kind of stand by. We're going to have some cool announcements on that coming up. But in the meantime, you can check them out on Twitter at Reliant Games, or you can follow me as well on Twitter if you'd like. And I'll be dropping information on them also. But stay tuned for some really exciting announcements there.
Sweet. And with that, I'll remind you guys, you can interact with the show by way of checking that donation section down below for Nat 1s, Nat 20s, NPCs, items, all kinds of fun stuff that you can throw at Jack's way, and he can throw at us. And with that, Jack, take us away to the island in the sky.
All right, so just a quick review for anyone that wasn't here. So last week, we met our 4 characters. We had Tisla, who was the dwarf that didn't know she lived on a flying island, who, learning this, left her homeland in search of a way to save her people. Traveled to the Iron Nation, which is the land of machines and of technology, where she very quickly met up with the rogue of our party, Alethea, who is, as we said earlier, a bit neurotic potentially, and who was working for an alchemist and looking for a way to, quote, save the world. And then on the flip side of that, we had Wes, who is a bit of a coward, was supposed to go on a mission to travel across the island and bailed out on it and stayed behind, where he ended up meeting Human, who is a bit silly. Them all becoming, 2 and 2 pairs becoming best friends. They all kind of shared a dream together where they were with a little girl named Anna, and they explored some things. They solved some puzzles. They fought some spiders, and then they most of them died. Potentially all of them died. We don't really know, because then they woke up, and we last kind of left off with Wes, who was running kind of through the city, heading towards the rendezvous point that they're all supposed to meet at in 3 days' time, where he was told and saw for the first time that something is wrong with magic in the world, as he looked at a lantern that was kind of coming on and off and flickering. But we're actually not going to start there today. Today we're going to take our weird time stuff a little bit further, and we're going to actually back up 2 days to after everyone received their letters to meet in 3 days' time. But they haven't all met yet. And so I do want to start. We're going to begin today with Tisla and Althea, who decided to go Althea's way and try and find a way to get on board one of the airships and travel over to the Kingdom of Magic. And the good news is that y'all were able to do so. The bad news is that the way you did that is you are stowaways. The 2 of you are basically sitting in this crate riding on this airship, which takes about maybe a day or 2, depending on the winds, to cross this mountain range. And so you guys have kind of stowed away in this crate. So what would you be doing kind of during this 1.5, maybe about a day and a half journey as stowaways on this ship?
How stowed away do we have to be? Like, are we in like a crate?
You'd probably be like in a crate in the cargo area.
Like a decent sized crate, or are we sharing like a tiny crate?
Oh, we ain't sharing no crates.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Do we have our own individual crates?
Our own individual stowaway crates, please.
You may have your own individual stowaway crates.
Can I see out of like a hole or something maybe in the side of it, or like the crack?
Yeah, you could like kind of peer through, and you can basically see like the cargo hold, which is very dark, and there's a bunch of other crates and supplies. This is a kind of cargo vessel that y'all are on.
Okay.
So it's
But
a very
there
large cargo space.
Nobody's moving around.
No one that you'd be able to see.
Psst. Hey. My legs are cramping. Can we get out?
Poke my head up. Yeah, just for like 2 minutes, 2 minutes, stretch your legs, and then we gotta get back in the crates. But like right
So,
now,
just like stretches her legs out and bursts through the side of the crate, just like fumbles her way out of it as soon as she says that we can get out.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's great. We'll just flip the crate. It'll be fine. We'll just cover up the hole, patch it up. It'll be great.
Oh, well, how much longer do we have? I'm
a little peeved because, like, I thought I had I thought I had a good reputation, really with this crew, but I see now what they really think, and you know, they're obviously a second-rate crew. So I mean, it could take 2 days, you know, but if they're lucky, because they'd have to be lucky, because they're obviously not that great of a crew, maybe a day and a half.
Okay. So, what? We just sit here?
Yeah, quietly.
You don't never
Quiet corner, quiet playtime. You know, using the imagination, getting that imaginary fluid.
I've never been on an airship before. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I would, if I were in your shoes, want to see more of this, because it's fascinating, you know, and it really is, because the propulsion that they use.
Show me. Let's do it. Come on, we can sneak to the top.
I'm liking this, like, because I want to show. You would love, like, when you see it. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what these ships can do. So we go.
All right, I need stealth checks from both of you.
Oh God.
Fabulous.
Oh, I can do this. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Hey, look at that. Nice. Yeah, so y'all are able to kind of sneak through this ship, kind of go into the cargo space. There's one guy who's kind of guarding the door out of here, but he's fast asleep, not really expecting people to pop out of crates or things like that. So he's just fast asleep in his seat, so y'all very easily just kind of slip through the door past him. And then you can head up the kind of stairwell to kind of the top deck. Where looking out, initially you mainly can just kind of see the deck itself. And there are crew members running around doing different things. You see one kind of man who is dressed in a kind of long coat, who you can assume to be the captain, who's kind of barking orders and a couple things like that. You can see the sky all around, but in order to see off the ship, you would have to sneak out onto the deck and try to look down, because you're pretty high up in the air.
Can we go to the side?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're gonna try to sneak to the edge.
All right, Andy.
I know this guy. I know the captain guy. Like, it's gonna be fine. Like, even if we're stowaways, like, what's he gonna do? Throw us overboard? Like, he can't do that to me. He can't do that to me. So.
Concept of being thrown overboard.
What?
You mean over the side?
Oh, I mean, you know, it's kind of standard practice with stowaways, but we don't have to worry about it.
What happens when you fall?
You know, just don't even worry about it. We're just like, so we're just peek over the side real quick. Then you'll see.
Okay.
All right, if y'all want to go peek over the side, I'll need one more stealth check from y'all.
Don't budge it.
I'll both kind of botch that, but can you double botch that?
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so
I may have flipped.
yeah, so I think y'all would kind of initially kind of open the door, start kind of creeping out, and then Tisla, you begin to kind of see the tips of mountains underneath you, and as you see that, you just get real excited and basically just give up any level of stealth and just run.
Yeah,
to the
I get that moment of nauseousness, like of being on an airplane for the first time, just like, oh, my ears, you know, that just, yeah. She's trying so hard not to hurl.
Yeah, so you do make it to the side of the ship, and you can see the mountain range that splits the island in half, kind of stretched out underneath you. These very icy peaks, which you've never seen snow, first of all. And these mountains are covered in snow and ice. And there are birds flying in the air, and the wind is rushing past, and it's quite a thing for Tisla.
It's daylight?
Yes.
Oh my God! She says really, really, really loud. What is that?
I just have a leg cramp and fall over. Like I really should have stretched after I got out of that crate. I really, really should have stretched. So leg cramp right up like the hamstring, everything. Pooh.
Yep, just fell out on deck. Yeah, no, some of the men kind of turn around and say, "Oi, what do we have here?" And the captain looks over as well and he goes, looks like we got us a couple of stowaways.
It's okay, she's your friend.
Right, we know each other. I have delivered many goods to you, and I, you know, I have a little bit of a rapport with sailors, coming from a sailor background myself, Captain, sir, and
oh, really?
Yeah. You have done business with my master in the past.
Master.
What's my name?
The name of my master or my name? My name. You know, my name, Alethea. Nice to meet you, sir.
What's my name?
I'm Tisla. No? Okay.
Your name, you know, it's this is such an awkward situation. It's just it's one of those things where it's like it's on the tip of your tongue, but you can't you just can't get it. It's one of those situations. But I know
you get the feeling you don't know his name.
No, I do. It's Captain.
Oh, are you the captain of this ship? It's amazing.
I'd like to make
a in the sky.
Help me.
I am the captain. Impressive, eh? It's even more amazing.
What was that?
What happens to stowaways when we throw them over the edge?
What? Okay, what happens when you fall? She wouldn't tell me.
And he kind of thinks a minute, and he looks at one of them and says, "Oh, you, bring me a melon." And when they go and like dig through one of the barrels, and he gets like a melon,
Okay.
and he takes says, "So this is you." And then he takes it and just spikes it as hard as he can onto the deck, and it just splats all over the deck.
Well, don't throw us overboard.
And why wouldn't I throw you overboard?
Well, because we'll turn out like that melon right there. That's why.
I'm like trying to call Tisla. It's fine. It's fine. You know why you shouldn't throw us overboard is because my friend Tisla here, strongest person you will ever see. Look at these gemstones sprouting from her appendages, and I've got this and this little thing, this right here. This could do you some good. Some very good.
Oh, really? Well, I'll make you a deal. If the goddess herself can give me a reason in the next 10 seconds why I should keep you instead of throwing you overboard, then I'll let you stay. One.
What? I have a question.
Really hard. He goes, no.
I have a question. Can we just pay you and then we're not stowaways?
This is a cargo ship.
But what if we're the cargo?
That would be a passenger ship.
Well, what if we got back in a crate?
You don't know much about airships, do you?
No! What? This is my first time on an airship! What don't we all understand about this? Okay, wait. What, like... And she reaches over and it, like, into her hair, and she, like, pulls from her scalp a gemstone. Like, plucks it out. And she says, I've got all sorts.
About that point, there's suddenly a loud banging sound followed by a kind of loud and obnoxious grinding noise from underneath, and the ship actually begins to shake. And one of the men come running up from below the deck where you originally entered from. He goes, "Aye, Captain, we got a problem. It seems the magic-infused fuel is having some type of issue. Must have been mixed improperly. The engines froze up. Gears covered in ice."
Well, what does that mean?
It means that they need somebody who's a specialist to fix their engines. Imagine that. Imagine.
Those darn alchemists must have mixed it wrong again. If only I had an alchemist on board.
I mean, if only you did, and if only I were an apprentice to such an alchemist, and I knew the trade so well, that I could help you with your problem for maybe the cost of passage to the Magic Kingdom.
Make you a deal. If you can fix it, I'll let you stay on board. And then he looks over at the dwarf and says, and you're strong, eh?
Mm-hmm.
If you can break the ice on the engine and get the gears moving again, I won't throw you off like a melon.
Well, I could do that. Okay. Right. She puts the gemstone back into her skull. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very interested in that, but we have things to do now. Captain, sir, it's been a pleasure, but we should get to work. Tisla, come with me.
Tally ho.
Okay, so you guys do run below. Spend most of the afternoon punching ice off of the gears, while Althea works on remixing the fuel. The weird thing is, she does find that the fuel was mixed properly, but for some reason, the chemical that is kind of laced with like magic, it's almost kind of like a potion, isn't working as potently as it should. Like maybe it was watered down or something, and you have to actually kind of overuse it, overcompensate a bit in order to get it to be balanced up.
I got like overprime the fuel pumps and really lots of priming, lots of pumping.
Fizzle's just punching and please. Did you know this rock's cold?
It's ice. It's water.
It's amazing.
It's actually water.
Away. It's what?
Solid water.
No.
One of the crewmen pipes up and goes, "It's really cool if you eat some of it."
I guess she'll taste it.
Just really cold block of ice on her tongue.
She starts like pounding it again. It's amazing.
So y'all are able to do that and gain safe passage to the Kingdom of Magic and are not thrown overboard like melons. That's a really good start to the Best Friend Club.
Not dying like a melon. I mean, it's a
Not
start.
dying like a melon.
That's success. That's a success.
Great stealth checks. Okay, so meanwhile, we have the other half of our Best Friend Club. We have Wesley and Human, who, first of all, Wes, since you live with your parents and you brought this giant 7-foot tall like Verbolg into your home, how did they react to that?
They were very concerned.
Is that the word you use?
Yeah, that's a good word for it. I imagine like number one, they weren't expecting to see me again at all, seeing as I was supposed to have gone off on a mission with an entire troop of paladins. Instead, I came back home with a Furbolg, with a giant forest man.
I feel like the situation's a win-win.
I imagine like knocking on the door back home and just being like, hi, and like waiting for them to ask because I don't know how to explain.
Yeah, and it leads to a very awkward conversation. But he is ultimately allowed to stay.
Yeah, we have an extra bedroom, or we have an extra bunk in my room.
And then the question is, how fast, Human, do you think that Human cleans out all the food in the house?
Depends what kind of food it is.
Probably really good food, considering you're used to eating like raw stuff in the forest.
Well, if it's good food, then real fast. I'm only here for good food. I wouldn't eat the bad food.
Sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you would eat this much. I promise I'll find where he's supposed to go soon.
Well, your father told me to take me home. Wait, no. Your father told you to take me home. Yeah.
That not my father.
Oh, right. You have two dads. I remember you said that. This one's nicer than the other one.
Confused. Human, why don't we go for a walk? I can show you like the park or something. There are trees there.
Oh, I like trees. What's a park?
And I like usher him outside and just say, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, so you
Thanks for the snacks.
you'd probably actually head towards the kind of like royal kind of area. So outside the palace, the area where you're actually supposed to meet the royal plaza is basically a giant park full of like really crazy trees and things that are grown with magic and shades of magic. Which on your way there, you would pass the wizard's tower. And a wizard's tower is a very iconic structure here in the Kingdom of Magic. Floating on a massive rock above an open hole in the island, the wizard's tower is an incredible sight to behold. A single bridge of wood and chains leads from the rim of the abyss out to the spiraling tower beyond. The tower itself is a swirling structure that seems to have been twisted, the windows and balconies wrapping around the outside in strange ways. Trees, bushes, vines, and flowers seem to grow from the very stone of the magic structure. At the tower's top is a pointed roof with an observation deck that seems to have been balanced lightly on the narrow tip. Normally, the wizard's tower is open to visitors, but on this day, as you guys pass, it's strangely closed with several guards blocking anyone from using the single bridge to get in. And Wes, in particular, would find this very strange. He's never seen the wizard's tower closed before.
Hmm. That's weird.
This whole place is weird.
Oh, I mean, yeah. No, but that tower's not supposed to be closed.
Okay.
Come with me for a second. I just wanna check something out.
All right.
Oh.
I'll come with you. This is like an adventure. Remember that one time we had an adventure? And the ladies were there and we were all best friends? I remember.
Yeah, I still remember.
Okay, just checking. I want to make sure it wasn't just me. Sometimes that happens.
Not just you.
Okay, where are we going? What's the tower about?
It's the wizard's tower. It's where
Oh.
you know what a wizard is?
Nope.
Okay. So
it
you know
sounded
how
important though, the way you said it.
you know how like you can use like magic, like how you made that girl able to jump really far, or like how you turn into an animal.
Yeah, oh, magic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, wizards are people who study a lot about that. They read a bunch of books on it, and they like come up with ways to do magic.
Oh, I just ask things to do stuff and they do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, all of that comes from the goddess. All of that power, whether you realize it or not, you're probably asking the goddess.
Is that a wizard too?
No,
Ooh.
she's more than that.
Oh. I just ask like the air and the trees and sometimes the bugs and animals to do stuff, and they're just like, okay, human, we'll do it. And then they do it. And it works out great.
Well, the goddess breathes life into everything. She's all around us.
Oh. Neat.
The wizards aren't particularly religious in that regard, but they still use her power. They have been studying it and finding ways to make it more useful.
Is she okay
not
with that?
exactly holy, but it does work.
Does she let them do that?
Yeah, I mean the power of magic is for everyone to use.
Well, that's real nice of her. What a nice lady. Oh, I get to meet her in the wizard tower. No, I'm excited. I get to meet a wizard and a goddess. This is a good day. Lead on, Mr. West. 12 more episodes of this.
Oh, no. What have we done?
I told you on session 0. And you were
I
like,
know.
that's fine.
Do it. 12 and a half episodes. That's just
Are we sure that this world's not going to implode when all 4 of us come together?
Oh, yeah.
Die in an intelligent dump
That's why
fiasco.
it's keeping us apart for
Yeah,
longer.
The adventure is just us stumbling through trying to save the world, but
Never
we don't.
finding each other.
We don't, yeah. That beginning was one possible eventuality that we
Oh
don't
my
make.
God. It actually is the darkest time.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Perfect. So we head to the wizard tower, and Human is excited.
Okay. Yeah, and y'all would get there. There were some guards, like 6 or 7 of them, like at the bridge, and they're turning people away, not letting them come in. There's like merchants trying to deliver supplies, there's students trying to get into classes, and they're not letting anybody in.
And Human just towers above everyone, like the height of the merchant carts, and he just happily walks over, following Wes.
Yeah, one of the guards is going to kind of go wide-eyed and go, "What in blazes is that?"
Just my friend. Don't worry about it.
What
It's
is
fine. Walk.
Did you just look behind yourself?
Yeah. We said, what is that? I wanted to know too.
He's talking about you, big guy.
Oh, I'm Human.
Oh, no, I'm a human.
Okay.
What are you?
I'm Human. I was raised by wolves.
Sir, is this your pet?
He's.
I could be. You can pet me if you'd like.
Would that answer make you stop asking questions?
You pet my head.
I suppose.
All right, then yes, he's my pet.
All right.
All right then. What can I do for you?
I'm here to meet a wizard.
Not today, you're not.
Oh.
Tower's closed.
Why is the tower closed? I've never seen it be closed before.
They're having a wizard's enclave. It's when all the leaders of the wizards come together and discuss important matters not meant for the public.
Hmm.
My best friend Wes told me I could meet a wizard and a goddess today.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate to bother you, but I did promise him he could meet a wizard.
Well, you're not meeting one here. The wizards all over the city. I'm sure you can find some wizards somewhere.
I mean, I guess. If the wizards are in enclave about something that important, are there any members of the church who are assisting as well?
I don't know. They just paid me to stand out here and take orders. Between you and I, though, it's a bit funny, really. They say the Enclave hasn't come together in almost 300 years.
A lot of years. Probably not even the same people anymore. Except for
No.
them.
I would hope not. Who knows with these wizards, though?
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I suggest you take your pet and go somewhere else.
Oh,
Sorry, human.
man. Okay.
Sorry, big guy.
It's okay, little guy. 'Cause one day I'll meet a wizard. Wes, I wonder if the wizards are meeting because magic is dying.
What makes you say that? What?
Don't you remember the dream? We had to save the world with the little girl and the 2 other girls that were also little.
Yeah.
And then you were running and I was running and I was gonna hit the button and then I...
It was a dream, and that doesn't mean magic is dying.
But that's what they said in the dream. The lady said we had to save the world for the magic. And then I said, I'm magic. And then you said, that's not what it means. And then we ran. You remember?
Yeah, sorry. It's all just kind of hard to remember. No, but I should really ask Father Simon again.
For your dad?
He's a father. He's not my father.
Oh.
Yeah. So everyone just kind of calls him that.
Oh, so he's everyone's dad. Okay.
Yeah, or like think about like you know how like you were raised by wolves, but
Mhm.
like your parents weren't actually wolves.
No. My dad's a wolf.
Never mind. Let's go find Father Simon, huh?
What do you mean my dad's not a wolf? Dad?
Yeah, and the good news is you would know exactly where to find him. The library. The bad news is you would know exactly where he is, and that's in the library, where someone's not supposed to be.
Oh.
Oh, I remember this place. This is the place with all the things that I thought were trees that weren't trees. Oh.
Yeah.
Your dad traced me with a thing. It was like a long stick with like whiskers on it. He said, "Get out, you coot!" I don't know what a coot was, but he did chase me. It was a fun
yeah,
game.
just kind of keep your head low so
Mhm.
it doesn't bump on anything.
Okay.
And very quiet
Okay.
and follow my lead.
Okay.
Okay, so you enter the big library again with the roof with the vines that are kind of growing and recreating themselves and kind of their endless dance, and the glass roofs and the magical platforms that rise up and down to let you get books from the high shelves. After searching around for a little while, you're not actually able to find him, and you learn that he was actually summoned to the palace to meet with the goddess who the goddess the queen, who is beyond just being the ruler of the kingdom of magic. She's also the head of the kind of church to the goddess. So she's kind of like the pope would be in the real world, and so he's been summoned there. So it may come off a bit odd to Wes, probably not so much to human, that the wizards are meeting, and then all the religious, like the church members, are meeting all on the same day, very suddenly.
Okay. Now this is getting concerning.
Why is it so weird?
Well, it's the I mean like all the priests and deacons don't usually meet in conclave like that either, right? Like I've never seen them do that.
Yeah, me neither.
Right, but you've only been here for like a couple of days, and I've lived here for my entire life.
Oh.
So it's like really weird.
Okay. That makes way more sense then.
We should go to the palace. We should go to the palace.
That sounds like a fancy word.
Yeah, it's where the queen lives and where Father Simon is, and I don't know. I mean, I imagine that like much like with the Wizard's Tower, we probably wouldn't be let inside, but I feel like the dream that we both had might be related somehow, and like maybe we should let them know.
Okay. What's a queen?
I'll tell you on the way.
I like that word too.
Okay, so you guys head to the palace, which is a very ornate, very beautiful, beautiful structure that's built out, kind of hung over the edge of the island, with all kinds of towers and floors. Just this huge castle, basically. You'll spend hours trying to convince guard after guard, anyone to let you in, but they won't listen to you. Some of them call you crazy. No one will let you in until y'all are finally just forced basically to go home. And then finally the day comes when y'all are supposed to meet the others. And it is on that day along the way that Wes encounters the man with the broken, flickering lantern who tells him that magic is dying. And as he says those words, you also heard Human say those words yesterday outside the Wizard's Tower. So we're going to pick up from there when you're looking at this lantern that's flickering, which they never do that. And this magic is faltering in this device. And we're just going to pick up there.
Speed.
Oh, I think you're muted.
I'm going to quickly just try and like tap into the magic that I have and maybe do like a divine sense or something like that. Just not really trying to like find anything, but more just like trying to tell if I can still feel the touch of the goddess.
Yeah, you reach out with your senses, and you can still sense things. You can still feel things. But what's odd about it, it's almost like if you look through a security camera that is kind of fuzzy or kind of staticky. It's like you're looking through these senses, but there's like something weak or off or something fuzzy about what you're feeling. It doesn't seem as sharp, as keen of a sense as it has been in the past.
Why are we doing this?
Why? Praying. I'm praying to the goddess.
Oh.
Yeah, the man holding the lantern's like, well, that's a good idea. That's what we should all be doing right now. And he just keeps running down the street, kind of in his panic, running up to who knows where.
Okay, well, I mean, we'd have to follow this note, right? We have to figure this out. Even if the church doesn't believe us, I mean, we have to figure out what's going on.
No, I know. We have to meet our friends. Maybe they can help us.
Yeah, I mean, if they got the same letter and are
Mm-hmm. You remember the one girl had rocks on her hands and head and everything?
Yeah,
That was weird, huh?
it'll be easy to spot.
Okay. Remember the other one had a gun hand.
Also pretty easy to spot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Actually,
speaking
all
of this-
are very obvious.
You're
Well,
right.
The other one, Anna, was it Anna? She might not be so.
Oh, the tiny one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of the rest of our party, they landed earlier today in the Kingdom of Magic. Definitely a place that neither one of them could imagine has existed for very different reasons. This is kind of like I said last session. It's this big sprawling city, but where the Iron Nation is close up, tall buildings and spinning gears and winding machines of steam. This place is tall, ornate, spiraling towers with plants and architecture and all these things that should not be possible, should not exist. But with magic, they've grown them, they've weaved them. And this whole city is built around magic to the point where even like street lights all across the city are run just with magic. And so y'all kind of see this place, make your way through this city, and y'all are the first to reach the Royal Plaza, which is these large gardens where plants are growing and dying and moving and changing with the seasons constantly throughout the day. It is quite a sight to behold. And so y'all are the first to arrive at the meeting spot. So what would y'all be doing and how are y'all reacting to this?
Who's y'all?
That is going to be Alithia and Tisla.
Okay, so we've walked up.
Yeah, so y'all are the first to arrive at the meeting spot.
You seem nervous.
What? No, I'm fine.
You're
I'm fine.
sweating.
It's hot day. I mean,
You're worried about something. Are there mountains involved?
no. It's just I haven't. It's been a long time since I've been in this neck of the woods. And
There are no woods.
that's a good point. That's a good point. It's a turn of phrase for this area, and it's it's making me a little uncomfortable. Mhm.
Well, it's really obvious.
Is it? It's obvious. Okay, no, it's fine. I just gotta sit down.
Oh,
I have to sit
we
for a
can
minute.
sit down. Sit. Is there somewhere around where I can help her sit down?
Yeah, I mean, there's benches and all kinds of things all throughout. This is basically a big magical park kind of area. Think Central Park, but with magic, making plants grow and shift and change. So there's benches and places like that.
For a place that's all concerned about the magic and all that, they're using a lot of it. Well, they're using a lot of it.
I don't even know what that means. Are we supposed to be looking for the thing?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right. Yes, and the little one. He's not the young one.
Yes. I pull it together, and I'm just gonna. I'll follow behind you.
We should be able to see them, right? Are they going to be here? What if we just made it up? What if it was just us, really?
I am not prepared to think about that at the moment. So we're going to just wait, and we're going to wait. And they'll be here. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
I can't believe the words out of your mouth. They sound so not true.
That's because I don't know if they're true or not.
Okay. Well, I can sit. We can sit. Let's start there. Tislin takes a seat too.
Good. Let's just sit for a while and breathe. Deep breaths.
We could call for them. Yell loud. That's what we do in the caves.
That's up here on the surface what mentally unstable people would do, but since we're not,
it's a really good form of communication.
Yeah, in the caves it might be, but up on the surface it's just not polite to do that. So let's just sit here quietly breathing, and we'll wait.
Okay. And y'all do just that. And actually, within about maybe 15 minutes or so, sure enough, Wes and Human start making their way down the path, and all four of y'all very quickly, very conveniently see each other at the same time.
Oh, it's huge. Look at it. And I point right at Human. It's real. They're real.
Hey. Wes, remember that time we had those two friends?
Oh!
Yes,
Oh.
Is that how you greet people on the surface?
Well, that one made a yuck sound. I think she's sick.
Are you, okay?
Hi, tiny lady, are you alright?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Okay. I'm fine. It's real. You're real.
Yeah.
I can see you.
I'm human.
Wait, I know. You was in my head.
I know. You have rocks in your head.
No, well, yeah, yes, I do.
I know. I remember.
Thank you for remembering.
Yeah,
Very
thanks.
large creature.
You're welcome.
Well, what now? We have a letter. Do you have a letter?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Where's Anna, though? Right? She was also...
The littlest girl.
Oh, I thought she would be with you.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
she's the magic user. This is the kingdom of magic. Is she not with you? Why isn't she with you?
That is a good
And
question.
we're breathing. Why isn't the little girl with you?
I don't know.
Honestly, I don't even know why he's with me.
We were friends.
That's a good
You
reason.
remember the one time we were in that one place where there was a lot of things I thought were books, and then your dad chased me with the stick, and he said, "Get out of here, you coot!" And then I met you.
Coot. What is a coot?
I don't know. Not me.
Me neither. I've never heard of such. I'm Tisla.
I'm
Onyx
human.
Fist. Human!
Yeah. Regular fist.
I feel like if we're gonna meet outside of our shared dreams, we should maybe introduce ourselves.
This is my best friend Wesley.
Hi.
He reaches down and pats you from like way up there. And sends you forward.
You look as worried as she does.
That's how he looks all the time.
Yeah. No, it's I was just hoping to get some answers here. Do you guys know what's going on?
No, we thought you would know. Like, that was the whole reason we came here, is because we knew we had to find you, because we need to, like, if the dream is real, because you were there and we were there and I remember it and she remembers it and he remembers it, then the answer that I've been looking for my life is with you. It's with you guys. So I don't know why the girl's not with you.
You know what I know? That one time my best friend Wesley told me that we were going to meet a wizard, and then the guy at the bridge, he said that there was a whole bunch of wizards and they were all meeting and that we couldn't see them. And then we went to go see his dad, and they said his dad's not here because his dad went to meet a queen, but I couldn't meet a queen.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah?
What's a wizard?
I don't know either.
Oh my god. Tell me, Alethea, you know what a wizard is, right? Right? Please.
Yes, I know what a wizard is.
Okay. Good.
I don't know.
Tisla, did you also, like, were you raised by wolves? Did you come from the forest?
I have never seen a forest, and I don't know what a wolf is neither, but I'll tell you what, I did not come from it. I am from the ground.
Oh, you've never seen a forest?
Well, no, trees don't grow underground.
Oh, that's so sad. The ground's
I've
okay
seen
too.
pictures
But...
in
okay.
tones and stuff.
Okay, that's at least better than nothing.
So your name's Wesley. Am I right about that, Wesley? And
Yeah, you can call me Wes if you like.
Wes. You know, so here's the deal, Wes. I need to find this little girl, and if she's not with you, what are you doing here?
Same thing as you.
Wait a second. I've had a thought.
Oh,
What if we're supposed to find a little girl together? Maybe the dream brought us together so we could go find the little girl. Maybe none of us are supposed to have her.
That could be it, but again, where are we supposed to look, right? All the letter told us was to meet here.
I mean, she's a magic user. You use magic.
I
All
use
willy-nilly with the
magic.
touching of yourself. I remember.
I'm magic.
What do we remember about the little girl?
Her name was Anna.
Okay. And she used magic.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of it, in fact, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
What else did she do?
That's it. She said that we were here for a reason, and then she told us to touch the glowy thing, and then I went to go touch the glowy thing, and then I got crushed.
Right.
Remember
Before
that?
crushing and glowing,
Mm-hmm.
something, she said that we have to stop it?
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
Yeah, the death of everything, I think, or something like that.
Stop what?
The end of the world.
Is it normal for all the wizards to meet?
No. The wizards have not met in 300 years, and I
That's a long
have never
time.
heard of the church having a meeting like this, at least not in my lifetime either.
The church?
Okay, all the magic in the world comes from the goddess.
Okay, we don't have time for these elementary school explanations. You guys are just gonna have to work with us and trust us. But something is going on with which I have known about for years. Nobody wanted to listen to me, and nothing's normal.
Hey, I trust you. I trust you, dirty little lady.
I don't know what is normal on the surface. I only know I broke through the side of an island and found out for the first time I'm in the sky. So
I
I'm
just
coming
asked-
out of the ground to try to figure it out, and then all of a sudden I tap on it. Is it normal for you to share dreams too?
I don't know. I just asked the air for magic, and it does it. So.
The air for magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something anyone can just do.
Or the trees, or the dirt.
Well, sure enough, because I don't have magic.
I mean, the goddess has many ways of bestowing her gifts. Anyways, here's what's weird, all right? Weirder than any of the other things we said before.
Oh.
Magic is dying, all right? The thing that powers everything in this city and the world is going away, fading somehow, and I don't know why, and I don't know if our dream is connected to that, but it sure seems like it, because right after that happened, everything started going to shit.
Ooh.
Well, under the ground, when all the minerals start to disappear, it's because we've mined them away. So, have we used up all the magic?
That doesn't make any sense. The goddess provides magic. She's
But
is
why?
power.
Maybe she's decided to stop.
Maybe she's not home anymore. You know how if you're not home, no one can make you food. So maybe she's not home and she can't make you any more magic.
Hey, no. This makes sense. I know this. It's the perfect metaphor. It's a metaphor. It's like a resource, like the ore with the dwarves. They've mined all the veins. You guys have mined all the veins.
Or sandwiches.
Well, we did it because everybody on the surface needed stuff to build all their flying.
No, not you. Mined all the. He's mined all of the veins, the magic veins. It's a metaphor.
Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. Okay. So, all the magic peoples have the wizards have sucked up all the magic.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense. It's not like ore where it's just like a thing that you can just take and use up. It's like everywhere.
Are you sure?
It's like air.
It's like air.
We don't.
You haven't seen any evidence yourself of perhaps maybe it being a resource.
I pray to the goddess, and through that power, I'm able to heal. And
Really? That's amazing.
I mean,
Yeah.
I saw it. He touched himself. It was great.
You touched yourself?
That's how he heals. I've seen it.
Must have been busy fighting something.
Oh, healing.
Okay, so I appreciate your faith in this goddess. If she was to, I don't know, go away, take a holiday or something, would that in fact stop all the magic from being used here? Or, does she like funnel it through something? Like, how does it get here? In fact, because did they like close off the tunnel, the magic tunnel?
No, it's not like a tunnel or anything like that. It's just kind of everywhere. We channel it through ourselves, through same way he says he pulls it from the air. I pull it by worship, by faith. And wizards have studied ways to try and tap into the goddess's power as well, and it's everyone kind of has their own ways, but it's all the same thing. It's all comes from her.
So how do we talk to this goddess?
Well, I mean,
We have a house. Can we go knock in?
I mean, I talk to her every day, but it's not the kind of relationship where she directly talks back.
Well, maybe you're doing it wrong. How do you know she's getting your messages?
How do you know? How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
I mean, I guess I don't.
Well, maybe she's not home.
I think it's
See?
really amazing. Okay. So, how did the little girl get her magic?
You're
Was she
so
talking to this
excited.
goddess? Was she talking to the goddess? Or is she breathing it like you, Manir?
I like how happy you are.
What is this? This place is amazing, isn't it?
I know.
There's no reason not to be happy.
Yeah.
But you're not on the surface, not underground. You see the sunshine and the air. It's so much cleaner.
I'm gonna show you a tree, and you'll be so happy about it. Yeah.
Now, about that little girl, how does she get her magic?
Maybe she's a wizard.
I
Is she-
feel like she's a wizard. She didn't seem like she was wearing clothes of the church, I don't think.
Well, I don't know anything about spells, but you seem to be a pretty sharp fella. So, what kind of spells did she use?
Is your
Can we
goddess
do it
named
backwards?
Anna?
Oh.
Maybe she's a little goddess. No, okay.
She just goes by the goddess, as far as I know.
She doesn't have a name.
I don't know.
Well, maybe if you knew her name, she would answer you more often. That's why the dirty girl hasn't told me anything, because I just called her Dirty Lady and she didn't tell me her name, and that's pretty rude. Both of us are being rude. That's okay, though.
Wes,
No,
she struck
okay.
me as the kind of magic user, not unlike you in some ways, because there was healing, death almost
That's true.
held all of us, and she, well, except for me, but she helped everybody. And so maybe there's a cloister or something nearby where we could find an apprentice, an underling, much like yourself. You give me the underling kind of vibe. And so if we could go find more places like that, maybe we could track her down. I mean, we just got here. You could have been doing that the whole time. What do you
I mean,
do
we
you
were
feel about that?
looking for answers too. I went to the wizard's tower and they turned us away, and we went to
We did.
Queen's palace and they turned us away.
Mm-hmm.
How does one become a wizard? Is it easy to, I don't know, pose as a wizard? I mean, we're not asking wizards to do magic to get the door. Yeah, so we could just be wizards and sneak in. It's like crashing a
I don't know if we
party.
could be wizards. I mean, some of us might be able to be wizards, but I don't know if we could be wizards. Right?
Well, what's wrong with me? What do wizards have? I don't have.
Magic.
Oh, but we said that wasn't a factor to get in the door, right?
I don't know, we
Right.
didn't get in the door.
I don't know. I've never been in the wizard's tower before.
I mean, if we decided that we had to get in there, for some reason, I could probably craft us some sort of guise that might help a little bit. Maybe.
Are you talking about lying?
No, we would not lie. We would omit certain truths. And we would pose
I like that.
as something we're not. Very different from lying, though.
Well, I have another question. Here on the surface, is there a place you can, like a store for information?
I'll throw that one to Jack.
Yeah. Actually, at this point, exactly as she asked that, suddenly, Alethea, you feel someone kind of tug on like the back of your vest that you're wearing, and I'll turn around and you see a little kobold sitting there, and it goes, "Ah, there you are. I've been looking all over for you guys."
What are you?
What is that? It's
I
so
don't know
ugly.
Oh,
Something
that's
that I've
not
seen
very nice.
Cobalt. It's cobalt.
Is that how you speak to your employer?
I don't know, pick you up and
I'm
give you
so-
like a little hug.
Don't crush him. He's so cute.
I wasn't
Oh
gonna
my
crush him.
Little big guy.
Sir, it has been
Like a little lizard man.
It has been a rough couple days.
You're late.
I am at my wit's end. I apologize profusely.
Wait a second. You wasn't in the dream. What are
Dream?
you doing here?
She's right.
Well,
These are my acquaintances.
I'm human.
Human,
Isla?
Tisla,
Wes.
Wes.
Wesley Nietzsche.
And
Oh, I know
our
all you.
dirty friend.
Ma'am, I believe you have me mistaken for another kobold. That's okay. It happens all the time.
I've never met
Yeah, like-
one of you. I can't pretend you're a different one.
Quite.
Okay.
Are you the one who wrote this letter?
Wrote you a letter? No. You guys wrote me a letter.
I didn't write you a letter.
Sure you are. You're a human.
I am human.
We didn't write a letter. I've only been on the surface like 4 days, 5 days.
So you're not Tisla?
Well, yes, of course I am Tisla, Onyx Fist, but I sent you no letter.
Oh, I even have your contract signed.
No,
What's
I
that?
did not put these rocky fingers to any piece of paper.
Hold on one sec. And he reaches into a little bag and pulls out 4 sheets of paper. And he holds them up, and you'll see 4 contracts for employment that are signed. And each one has your unique signature signed in your hand on it. And in humans, it's just like a paw print that fits his paw.
Okay. Number 1, I did not sign that.
Me
Number 2,
neither.
I definitely need my parents' signature on that as well, so it's definitely not valid.
He flips over the paper and hands both of your parents' signatures on it.
Okay.
I got both just to make sure.
They would not sign that without telling me.
Also, a Father Simon endorsed it.
Well, that's your dad.
Father Simon, who's that? And where did you get those?
You guys sent them to me. You're the protection that I hired.
Hey, wait. Guys, wait. What's a contract?
It means you
It
work
is-
for me.
It's okay, human. It's a promise that you
Uh-huh.
put on paper. It's a promise you put on paper. That's a contract. I heard
Oh.
for hire. I'm sorry. What is
Right.
the pay for this job?
Oh, if I promised it, then I'm in. Okay.
No, can I read that their contract that's got my signature on it? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. And he hands you and says, "That's just a copy, by the way."
That's fine. What's it say?
It is. So it's a lot of legalese, crud, because there's lawyers in any universe. But the gist of it is that you have been hired along with the others as protection for a trade caravan that is leaving the Kingdom of Magic, dated for tomorrow, and is heading to the Iron Nation through the pass, which is the narrow mountain pass that goes through the mountain range.
Is anybody else getting the feeling that they're not so in control?
A little bit. You know Anna?
Who?
Never mind.
Hey? So you need to travel and we're your bodyguards?
Yes, more or less. The pass. You see, my name is Mortimer. I am a kobold, as you can very well tell. I run a very profitable trading business between the 2 nations. And of late, a couple of my caravans have gone missing.
Oh,
so to
no.
say.
Where do they go?
I don't know. That's what I like to know too. Well, the good news is, well, the bad news is I think something bad is happening to him. The good news is,
Oh.
you guys are hired to help make sure nothing bad happens to this one. And I'm going to make sure of it because I'm coming along too.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
I'm not really I'm not that good of a fighter. I don't know if you.
Well, you should have thought about that before you signed the paper.
That's true.
Wait. We would like to have a team huddle. Can we have a team
Okey-dokey.
huddle?
I like huddles.
Sans Kobold.
Oh, I don't get to be in the huddle?
You're not part of the team. You're like a coach or something.
No, well, yeah, you hire.
Hmm.
Just wait right there. We'll
Okay.
bring you in the huddle in just a second.
Great. Sounds fantastic.
kind of like motion for everybody to come over.
Yes.
So
What's going on here?
we shared a dream, and then we get these silly letters that tell us to be at this spot. And then when we get here, the creepy little one shows up with our signatures on another piece of paper. Now, the girl is still missing. Now, just hear me out. Do lots of you believe in fate?
Yes.
This idea that sometimes our fates are already written in time. Maybe we just need to go along, and the girl, just like these weird contracts and this odd caravan thing we're about to do through the mountain range, is all just part of a fate, us coming together. It's just step one in finding the girl. Because I don't know where to look for her.
I like the way you talk.
This is right here, this little critter. I reach up and pet. He's so furry and sweet.
I know. Thanks.
Jim.
Sometimes, when the wind blows really hard, if there's a tree, and the tree's like, I'm not gonna move for you, wind, the wind breaks the tree. But if the tree says, that's okay, you can push me around, the tree's just fine.
Is that one of the metaphors I don't understand?
Are you saying you're the second tree?
No, I'm human.
Never seen a tree. Okay, no, more to the point. I'm telling you, I just got feeling that whoever or whatever is sending us these weird signals and these things, we've come here for a reason.
Okay.
I'm starting to be with Tisla and the big one on this.
Come on, Wes. Oh, Wes.
No, I agree.
Yay!
So we're gonna go through the mountain pass. I've never seen them. I've only ever seen the underside of a mountain.
The path goes inside the mountain, so it's not going to be that different.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
It's fun. No, why would you do that to her? That's rude. Just crush her dreams. So it
We're
sounds like
gonna
we're going. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna just like put our hands,
What's the worst
our
that can happen?
lives in the hands of fate.
Miss Tisla, I'll pick you up so you can see the Rocky Mountain top.
Really?
Mhm.
See, no, that's real friendship right there.
Best friendship.
Yeah, and to clarify some, the pass does go outside a lot as well. It's
Oh, it
between
does, okay.
trees, but you'll be going between them,
Oh, I see. It's like a canyon type. Okay, cool.
like a canyon.
I motion over to Mortimer. Is that what his name was? Mortimer. And I'm like, well, you can come join the huddle now.
Oh yes, excellent. And he comes in and like huddles like real close, like right next to Human.
So Mortimer, when we're in the group huddle, we share all things.
Okay.
What exactly is in this caravan? What are we moving?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not much to worry about. It's a lot of it is very interesting magical appliances, like magic lamps are very popular in the Iron Nation still because of otherwise having to burn coal, something like that. So we're seeing a lot of those. We're seeing some cooking appliances, just general things that people like to buy. Really silly in my opinion, but it sells.
Wait, you mean you made things that just do what fire does?
Yes, but some people don't like fire.
Weird.
I mean, fire has to burn trees.
Well,
Question.
it's the dead ones.
Mortimer. Have your labs been working? Okay.
I haven't inspected them in a little while, but last I checked, they were fine.
I make eyes at everybody in the group. Like, you sure?
I can double check.
You know what? Sometimes you just gotta test your own goods. Gotta know the product.
You're right.
Says the dwarves.
I've always wanted to meet a dwarf.
Am I your first dwarf? Well, you're my first kobold, so this is gonna work out great.
Oh, wonderful.
First
That's great.
impressions.
Yeah, our hairs are dwarves are all rough and grumpy all the time.
Well, I don't think I'm grumpy. Am I grumpy?
No,
No,
perhaps a bit.
But you're rough because you have rocks on you.
Oh, yeah. I do have that. Oh, if it was rocks, I might have to pound your face. But you're just a tiny little thing, you know? Just a little...
You're my first dwarf too. And whatever you are, you're the first one of those.
You're
Like a-
all my
a
first
couple.
everything.
Like a
Okay,
big
so
wizard.
focus.
Hmm?
What's in? Can we test it? Where's this caravan? Can we? I want to see the goods, right, Wesley? We should test them.
Ah, sure. Well, we're going to head back to my shop. We can spend the night there. You can meet the rest of our caravan. You can test the goods if you'd like. In fact, I'll give you a free sample if you really want. And then we'll head out tomorrow morning.
Okay, can I go back to my parents first? I need to like say goodbye and make sure that they actually know that I'm doing this and that they actually signed that paper.
Yeah, sure. You are absolutely welcome to go by. But of course, if you're not back at my shop in 2 hours, I'll call the guards and have you arrested.
Oh,
I don't like capitalism.
What's arrested?
what's a capitalism?
Oh, those are good questions.
I don't have time for
Thank
this.
you.
Okay, well, we're gonna go home and see his his parentals.
Wait, is Wesley actually trying to leave?
Well, you guys can go ahead. I'll meet up with you. I promise.
Oh, no. We are in this together now, and I don't trust that you're not just going to sneak off and try to weasel your way out of this. And so I'm going with you. I'm not staying with these two by myself, and you're not just going to run off by yourself.
Well,
So-
just the two of us could go, and I point at you, and you two can go meet the parentals, and then we'll,
I don't know where anything is here.
me neither.
You wanna?
Okay.
Parents, Olivia?
I met his parents and they're very nice.
Yeah?
Both of his dads are nice and his mom's nice too.
Both. I'm sorry. Both. Okay. I'm going to trust you that you're not bailing on this little adventure here, and you will be back. And I guess I should probably keep an eye on these two because they are simple boys and girls.
Oh, don't worry, he'll be back. If he's not, I'll call the guards, and he could spend up to 4 years in prison.
Well,
If I'm real lucky, maybe I'll get him hanged.
Wow.
Oh, that's like no time at all.
Well, we team huddled, so that won't happen.
Oh.
So you come back. We're gonna go with the little one, and you're gonna go. Got it. Okay. Well,
Okay.
Okay.
See
Yeah, so
you
we'll
in a couple hours.
so we'll do Wes first. So Wes, you head back home to meet with your parents, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you get there, your parents are sitting around. I would say your mom is currently not in. She works late a lot of times. But your dad is there and is just he's like tinkering with one of his many magical devices that he has. One of the many hobbies whenever you get there.
Hey, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Did you sign a thing recently for like me to go on like a job?
Wes, are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
You sure? No fever, no anything.
No, I'm fine.
You didn't hit your head?
No.
Son, you literally handed me the paper yesterday for you to protect that trade caravan, and I signed it for you.
What did I say?
You said that you were ashamed that you didn't go with your unit, but you wanted to do something, get some experience, earn some money.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I remember. It was just I was just remembering if you like remembered reading like that part in the contract where it says I'm going to be away for like a few weeks, and if like you were okay with that, because I know that I might not have said it out loud before, and I know that it's been I haven't really been away from home for that long before, and
Wes, you're not cowarding out again, are you?
no, I can't. If I do, I'll be hanged. Apparently,
This isn't about your brother again, is it?
no. I, uh, No.
Good. Do what you have to do. Try and grow, try and learn, and we'll see you when you get back.
I love you.
And you, son, as always.
I promise I'll come back.
Well, I know you will. Okay. And then, meanwhile, the rest of the party, you follow Mortimer the Kobold back to his little shop. It's a pretty kind of small, like merchant shop, not really meant for like a storefront so much as it's more of like a kind of storage place, things like that. You come in and he kind of walks you to the front door and goes, "Well, this is a place. This is my humble little shop. What do you think?"
I like your cat.
Oh yes,
What is
He's my-
that?
it's a feline. It is my friend.
Why is everything
It's-
so little here?
So adorable. Are they all fuzzy? Is everything fuzzy on the surface?
I'm not really that fuzzy.
Do you come from the surface?
That's debatable.
So what do you sell in this here shop? You said like lamps and stuff and
Yeah, just general kind of fun luxury things, lamps, and we have this really cool thing. It's a new magical device. We call it a blender, and you can take like a fruit and you put it in it, and it spins around and it turns the fruit into not fruit, like a drink. It's a very smooth drink.
fruit?
Ugh.
Yes.
It pre-chews it.
That's
Yes.
disgusting.
Well,
That sounds gross.
when you put it that way, maybe it is kind of gross.
It does this to all food. Why would
Anything you put, technically, things that aren't food if you wanted to.
Oh. So it's a weapon.
Sure. For little things.
Oh.
Well,
Like the
this
cat.
No!
Oh, no. Not the cat.
But I mean, in hypothetically speaking,
I suppose hypothetically.
don't kill the kitty. Okay, so all the stuff works. Like if I went around and how do you turn it on?
Oh, you've never used a magical device before?
Well, no. I mean, we use lanterns and fire and stuff.
Okay. Yes, so, and he reaches down into a crate and he pulls out a device that looks a lot like a lantern, but it has like no way to open it or things like that. And he kind of holds it up and says, "Okay, so here in the bottom, there's this little blue plate. You take your hand and you just place it on it and see it starts to glow. And then voila. And sure enough, the light comes on and is steadily on and it lights up like a lamp.
How does it do that?
Magic.
No, but really,
With magic.
like is
So
it?
there's a spell that wizards created called Light, and they cast the spell Light and sustains it inside the glass.
There's a little wizard in there.
No, a wizard made it. It's like he casted the spell in a way that anyone can just make it turn on. It's a little bit. I'm not a wizard. I don't know how these things work too well.
Yeah,
But-
nobody seems to know how they work, and yet they still use them. Like it's no big deal at all.
That's actually a
that
good question.
It works.
Who do we ask about how the things work?
Probably a wizard. You know, your
Okay.
friend. If I didn't already know that she was just a grumpy pants, I would think she has some kind of grudge against people with magic.
No, I don't have a grudge against the people that use magic. It's just weird that they continue to use magic even though they don't really understand it. They could if they tried, but they don't.
All I know is Queen. Queen's shiny.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
You want to know if it's gonna rain tomorrow? Oh no! Wait, hold on. Look at this. And he taps one of the rocks that's coming out of Tizzle's head, and a flower sprouts. Look at that. Now you have a rock and a
What did
flower.
you do to my rocks?
I made you have a pretty flower. You can take it. You just boop.
That's amazing.
I know. I make
I
it all
wonder
the
if I
time.
could invent a product that you put on someone's head and it grows flowers. You
No,
can make a lot of money.
just make flowers. Just because they're nice.
They are nice.
Mm-hmm.
And about this point, the kind of door going into the back of the shop
You can take a
bangs
flower.
open. A kind of middle-aged human man with like a rough brown beard comes in, and he just kind of growls for a moment, and he says, "Mortimer, back now. I need to speak to you." And Mortimer says, "Okay, I'll be right there." And he slips into the back and leaves you guys alone for a moment.
Was that guy making fun of me?
You know, I think he's the kind of guy who is always looking for an opportunity to sell something to somebody. So, you know, just don't let all the cats out of the bag. You know? Just,
Oh no, not the tiny lizard one. The other guy, he growled, but he didn't say anything in wolf, so I think he was just trying to make fun of me. You think he knows that my dad's a wolf?
no, sometimes humans, they make animalistic noises when they are
Oh, yeah, like when they
Disrespectful?
eat and yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
they make
Yeah.
a lot of gross noises when they
Oh,
eat.
or when they bump uglies.
What does that
Oh.
mean?
I'm gonna leave that one for Wes.
Wesley, what
He-
does that one mean?
It would really be more
I am
appropriate.
not there. I am not there. I am not there.
So that's
Wesley!
You know, human, you procreate, yes? You
I
know,
don't
you
know.
bump into uglies.
Sometimes there's monsters outside and I bump into those because I didn't see them coming and then I fight them.
Do you have dark vision?
No,
I avoid that.
I don't.
No, I mean, when is there a lady human? A female?
No, I'm human.
No, you know, with different bits. We've got the different parts. The lady parts.
No.
There are no female. What are you again?
Me, I'm human.
Yeah, no, do you have a race? Human?
Wolf.
They don't make lady wolves.
No, they do, but they don't look like me. They look like wolves. One time I was a wolf, and then all of a sudden, this one time I wasn't a wolf, and I was a human.
Okay, well, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
The lady wolves. So, I've been told,
Mm-hmm.
not that I've necessarily had all the pleasures myself, but I've been told that procreation, in fact, works this way. You have a lady wolf
All right, I'm back.
and a male wolf.
Oh, thank
Hi,
goodness.
guys.
Hi. Oh man, what did your employer boss person who growled want?
Wesley,
You
they
made
were
it just
telling
in
me
time.
they were telling me how to be a procreator.
Oh, what? Sorry.
Yeah, the door to the shop opens again, and Mortimer walks in with that same kind of middle-aged man with the beard. Behind him, he says, "Everyone, I would like to introduce you to Gavin. Gavin is the driver of our caravan."
Hi,
He is-
Gavin, I'm human.
And he's kind of like, she says, "What the hell are you?"
Human.
It's true.
He doesn't look human to me.
That's what everyone says.
So, you're supposed to drive the caravan. We're supposed to protect him too. Is that in the contract?
Yes, in fact, he wanted to speak to me because he thought you guys looked a little odd for guards, but I assured him that you guys are up to the task.
Oh, if it comes to fighting things, I'm on your side. Don't worry.
You'd better be. I am probably the best caravan driver in this city, and I don't work with amateurs. So if it comes to it, you better do your jobs.
Well, I'm no amateur when it comes to punching things.
I can see that. You have rocks on your fist.
Yes, it's true. I do. Do you do something other than drive caravans?
I drive well and I deal with situations when they arise. Driving might sound easy, but when the road is iced over, you tell me what to do.
Oh, I met Ice the other day. Oh, but are you saying there's going to be situations?
Oh, yes, always. I can see that you might could fight, and I suppose the big one could sit on somebody. But what about this twig and this boy? I don't know if they can do anything.
Don't be so mean. They do stuff. You lot do stuff.
I've had a lot of practice on the training grounds with the sword.
He talks to the goddess.
One time I saw him fight a spider.
And I only died 3 times.
And he only died 3 times!
And she's incredibly sneaky.
Well, there you go. He only died 3 times. He could have died 4, but it was only 3.
See? That's what I said. Look on the bright side, Wes.
Yeah, so you guys should, get some sleep, all that. And then tomorrow morning, we will head out as soon as our passenger arrives.
What's a passenger?
Wait a second. No. We were supposed to be taking you. Who else is coming?
We have one gentleman who decided to pay his way across the pass and reach the Iron Nation. Significantly cheaper than an airship, but more dangerous.
Nuh-uh. When you get off the side of an airship, you go splat like a melon. Now that's as
Ooh.
dangerous as it gets.
Well, as long as you're not a stowaway, you won't go over the edge.
Well,
We've never had a problem with that because we are not amateurs. We are professional individuals who always work hard for our employers.
I believe you.
Plus, if you splat a melon, you get to eat the yummy insides.
even think about that.
Hmm.
You can eat a melon?
Yeah! They taste so yummy!
I thought they were just for demonstration only.
No, I don't know what that means.
So, when do we leave? In the morning?
Yes, first dawn.
Well, since you're so used to these situations and stuff that come up, what do we need? To, like, should we prepare and stuff? It's going to be multiple days?
Oh, just bring yourselves, your armor, your weapons, any kind of supplies you have. I'll take care of food, water, all those things.
I'm new here. You said first dawn. Does this place have 2 dawns?
That's really a good question. I've never seen a dawn.
The
No,
first
only
one's real pretty. I want to see the second one.
That would be cool.
Okay.
I kind of like these guys. And Gavin just like crosses his arms. I don't like these guys.
This is gonna be great. 2 dawns.
It's all right, Gavin. You're part of the crew now. Do we need a huddle?
I need to leave for the forest more often.
I don't huddle.
Because you've never had a huddle come to you.
Don't
Me
bring a huddle
neither.
to me. And he just like goes out into the back, not wanting any more of you guys.
Are we alone?
Mortimer's still in there for the moment, but he'll leave at some point if y'all want to like talk closer to like bedtime or something like that.
I'm gonna wait till he disappears.
Okay, yeah, so he kind of fills you guys in on the details of like, the food and water and situation, that kind of thing. All the things that aren't worth role playing out, and then he kind of bids y'all a good night and then sets a magical alarm clock, and then he heads into the back to get some sleep himself and leaves you guys alone.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of somebody else coming along. They didn't meet or get a letter.
Not that we know of.
No, he said he bought his way.
Yeah, but that doesn't... Yeah, and they said we signed contracts to be here.
Isn't this true? I get the feeling we can't trust anybody.
Hold on.
What?
And you hear like a thud, and the staff that Ewan carries lights on fire. I couldn't see you guys.
Oh. Oh my. Okay. So, should we be a bit on edge?
I mean, this whole situation is just nonsensical. And the fact that we're even here is, fate, if that's what you want to call it. And, as much as I distrust this whoever it's going to be joining us, I don't know that we have much of a choice because apparently we have signed our lives away to this little kobold who somehow got these contracts.
Well, he said we just got to go get him from one place to another and then we're done, right? And it's all over. The contract to be damned.
I move from one place to the other all the time.
I believe that.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's a simple job. It's a simple job, and I have every confidence that we can probably do it. Probably.
Question. Do we know anything about this pass?
Nope.
Would I have knowledge of the mountain? At least from an underground perspective.
Probably not really. You didn't know anything about the surface other than just that people live up there and bought your stuff until you came up here. Everyone else would probably, well, maybe not human, but our two kind of normal individuals would probably have knowledge enough to know that the mountain range spans the entire length of the island and cuts it in half. And that there is seemingly only one way through the mountains, short of like climbing mountains and dying in the cold. And that is through the pass, which is a kind of narrow kind of canyon that breaks its way through from one side to the other. It's a couple days journey on the ground, and it is pretty much impassable during the winter because of the cold and things like that, which right now it is summer. So the pass should be clear in terms of like snow and ice and things like that, but it is the one and only one way through. And so it has been known that like this route can be kind of dangerous because if you were a bandit and you wanted to raid things or steal things, what better place than the one road
Right.
people take?
It's like a bottleneck almost.
Exactly. It's like the bottleneck between the two nations.
Yeah, Yuman would probably have no idea about the mountain pass, or at least the road of the mountain pass. He just has no concept of human boundaries, and just wanders around aimlessly in the woods. So he probably knows what the mountain is, just not whatever this pass is.
And in libraries.
Yeah, he doesn't. He got lost. He took a left turn in Albuquerque, and he ended up in Magic Kingdom, in a library.
So what's on the other side of the pass? Do we know? Did he tell us?
It would be
The other side of the pass, the mountain pass that we're going through tomorrow, that pass, that's back to the Iron Nation, which is funny because we just came from there and we're already heading back. And, that's kind of unfortunate, but there you go. There you have it.
Okay.
I've been trying to head back to the forest for like 6 days.
But
That's where we're going.
Oh.
That is weird though, because like if our ultimate goal was to get to the Iron Nation, then why wouldn't they just tell me and Human to go to the Iron Nation, right?
well, why
Whatever
not come here?
we're being tasked to do, whatever the letters are telling us to go on, this is probably gonna be something that happens along the way.
What's going to happen along the way?
Potentially really bad shit.
Oh.
Or, really enlightening.
Oh, please.
Yes.
Let me tell you, this man said that not a one of his caravans has made it where they're supposed to go. Not a one of them. Which tells me that either he's not moving lamps, okay? Nobody wants a lamp.
Yeah, you just make fire.
Why wouldn't he be moving lamps?
I mean, who wants to steal all his lamps? What can one person do with an entire shop load full of lamps other than open a competitor's shop?
That he can do that.
On the other side of the mountain pass, it just seems a bit fishy to me that this man shows up with contracts that we signed, and now he wants us to escort him along with the big burly fella that's supposed to be just driving the caravan. And then out of nowhere, he's like, oh, by the way, forgot to tell you, some fella bought his way to go with us. And then he's like, oh, but you lot's got to be there to protect me. But then he can't tell us what it is we're actually protecting him from, other than random people that want to steal lamps.
Hey, Wesley,
Yeah.
what does this mean?
You know, the
There
exists, but does it?
air quotes.
Oh, I
No,
think you meant like a bunny.
I know you know how to read because I've seen you read. you read those words over that thing, over that door.
Oh yeah.
So I know you know how to read.
Mhm.
You know how sometimes when you read things, there'll be like two very small lines next to like a word, and then two small lines again at the end of a few other words.
Okay.
Yeah. So doing this is like indicating that the words that you're saying are in between those.
Oh.
No,
No, I know. Like mountain bunnies.
this is mountain bunnies.
Nope, it's like mountain bunnies.
Am
Anyway,
I making any sense at all? Is it just my gut, or is something telling me that just nothing about this seems right?
no,
and
nothing about it seems right. Like everything has been weird since we had that dream. Everything is wrong. I don't know what
Hey, listen.
about
Listen.
that though, other than
Hey.
just going along with it.
Hey. Remember the story I told you guys about the tree?
No.
Just be the second tree.
I thought you said you were human.
I am human. I told you to be the second tree. I'm
Oh, this is
busy
that
being
metaphor.
human.
Oh, right.
No, it's just
Okay.
one.
So we're just supposed to be the second tree and bend with the wind.
Yeah, because if you don't bend with the wind, it'll snap you down, and then you get made into firewood.
Well, let me tell you, this dwarf don't snap.
Well, then bend.
I don't. Have you seen? I have no waist. I don't really bend either.
You'll figure it out. Just be like all.
Okay, I have
No.
to agree with you.
All right. All
I
right,
have to
guys.
agree with you. I have to agree with you. I don't know what to do, but I feel like we, as the group of peoples who shared a dream, should in fact have a contingency plan.
Like,
I'll turn
what?
into a bear.
Not sure.
Look,
No?
I would love to have some sort of contingency plan, but we signed those contracts, and if we break them, we get go to jail or die.
He did say that the contracts he had weren't the original. What if we just found the originals and burned them?
That would be
What did your parents say? Because you at least had your parents' signature on your contract. But you don't seem to remember signing this contract. So what did your parents have to say, Wes?
Yeah, that's a good question.
My dad said that I gave him the paper to sign myself.
I'm sorry.
That's
They said
okay.
you came by the house and signed.
Yeah. He said that I had the paper in my hand, that I walked in the door and I gave it to him and asked him to sign it because I had been offered a job. And that
Hey.
I felt bad for something.
Hey, you want to know? I know something you guys don't know.
Oh, you're so okay.
Remember the time that the little lizard man said that if we didn't do what he said, he was going to get the guards? And then you remember the time, Wesley, that we went to the bridge and you met the guard? You remember? Well, I live in the woods, and there's no guards there. So if we don't do what he says outside in the woods, he can't get anybody, and we can just leave.
You're saying we should just abandon the contract?
No, you said that way we needed a plan. If we don't like what happens, there's no guards outside.
You just
I don't
run
even live
for the
here.
woods?
Yeah, well, anywhere outside, I guess. I've never seen a guard until I got here. So,
Underground, for that matter. I don't think the guards go down to where you're from either, Tisla, right?
Well, no. But I've never been in this mountain. You can't just go knocking on anybody's mountain.
it's true. You can't knock on anyone's tree either. Sometimes I get mad.
Very impolite to just show up. No, okay, wait.
But either way, there's no guards out there in the outside.
We should make. Okay, well, maybe we should just sleep on it because it sounds to me like, regardless of if we're going to be a second tree, we're just going along with the plan.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to show up in the morning and take this stuff through a mountain pass. Is that what I'm going to understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm not a naysayer, so
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wish we could just have another option and just know the answers, but I don't have those. We just got to go along with it.
Okay, so y'all are going along with it?
Psst. Dirty lady. I still don't know your name.
Haven't you heard it by now?
Yeah, but I
Definitely.
don't, yeah, but you didn't tell me, and everyone else told me their name.
It's Alethea.
Oh, I'm human. Hi, Alethea.
Hi, human.
Now we're
Now-
friends.
We can see.
Yes, we are.
He blows out the torch.
Oh. Okay. Well, good night, friends.
Good night, friends.
Night.
This has been a good day.
I'm not sleeping. I'm trancing.
Isla snores.
I
All right,
remember
then.
that.
I'll remember that.
I have a hard time with the snoring.
Jack, I'm not sorry at all.
Human is also snoring.
No, I'm loving this. This is fantastic.
No, yeah, human is also snoring as well.
He's doing like a very comical.
Yeah, yeah.
This is why
it's,
I don't sleep. Apparently, is all the snoring.
It's like the three dwarfs, like the seven dwarfs rather. When he's
Hey,
like,
I am a
whoa, whoa,
dwarf.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Take offense to that. That's a racist.
This is a racist. I am a dwarf.
You're like an angry dwarf.
Next season on Unmade Gaming, a party of 7 dwarves.
Yeah, it's all
Oh
dwarfs.
my god.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I
so-
guess we sleep.
Yep.
Great. So the next morning, you guys wake up, eat a very quick and kind of light breakfast, and then head outside where Gavin has the caravan pretty much thrown together. It's one like really big, kind of long wagon with a train of several horses pulling it. I will say 6 horses,
Wow.
and then like it's got kind of like a cover on it, and it's just full of all these different crates of supplies and things, which Gavin has gotten all loaded up. And about the time y'all are kind of waiting to leave, another figure arrives at the caravan, and you see a very young man, probably younger than you'd expect, like a teenager, who's kind of covered up in like a thick cloak, who kind of heads up, escorted by Mortimer. And Mortimer says, "Okay, guys, I'd like to introduce you all to our VIP. This is Felix. Everyone is to be very nice and very respectful to him. He's paying good money to head to the Iron Nation, and we're going to get him there."
What you doing in the Iron Nation, Felix?
Business.
Why do I remember the name Felix? He was a character, right?
Not in this campaign.
No? Okay.
Okay.
Played
Too
in
much
too many
D&D.
Felix. Anyways.
Hi, Felix. I'm human.
Hi, human.
Wes.
Hello.
Alethea. She doesn't introduce herself very much. It's just a thing she does.
I know.
Oh,
Just a thing.
I can understand that.
You had any weird dreams lately? I mean, I had a weird dream last night.
That's a weird way to start conversations.
You can't just ask people other
I
weird
think what it
dreams.
wants to
Wesley.
know is what is it in fact you're doing on the other side of this email?
That's not what I was asking at all. I was just talking about
Just
dreams.
but he doesn't know.
Oh, just family business. Nothing.
My
more than
family was wolves. Let's go.
that. Okay, and he will hop into the back of the caravan and take a seat.
Tisla grabs Wesley, and, like pulls him close, and she's like, "You're one of them there teenagers. Oh, talk teenager to teenager. We need to know more about this fellow. What if he's like a link or something?"
Have you ever... Were you a teenager at some point? I know that you're like a
Yeah,
dwarf.
yeah, like I don't know, 100 years ago or so.
You know that teenagers don't just get along automatically. It's like when my family, my parents like take me over to like I don't know, their friends, and they've got like a daughter or something who's like also like a year younger than me, and they're like, "Oh, you should be friends." But, like we have none of the same interests in common, and so we're just like, they're just expecting us to be friends, and we like talk about like, I don't know, homework, because that's the only thing we have in common. But like, no, that's not like actually a thing to bond over.
Speedy's
Point.
telling real life stories right now.
Tisla looks super confused. You know, when I was a teenager, we talked about rocks and stuff. Everybody got along. Just go be friendly with him. Make him trust you. Be all buddy. Aha, I've got to family and you've got to family and family matters. Yeah. She's like, you can do it. She like pats him on the back and like gives him that like last look in the eye that's like,
Hey, Felix, what's up?
Just waiting for the caravan to leave.
Yeah. Weird. I wasn't expecting to be on this job, honestly. It was it's weird. I was I'm like a paladin. Like I work with the church and stuff, and like I was we were gonna go out on like a excursion through the pass like a couple days ago, but like I didn't really I didn't make it. So now I'm doing this like this contract job just because it's money, whatever. You gotta make some money, gotta make the family proud, whatever.
Oh, good. So I'm being protected by a coward.
No.
Okay. And he actually pulls out like a small kind of like lute and starts plucking on the strings a little bit. Do you play?
No, I never have.
You
I
should learn.
sing a little bit.
Oh, maybe we can do some music on the trip then. I'm quite the musician.
Yeah? What do you usually play? Do you like?
Oh, I sing songs of heroes and of battles and legendary fights of monsters and men being sent by their companions to relate to a teenager as a teenager themselves. That sort of thing. It gives you a wink.
Yeah. We weren't being very quiet, were we?
No. That's all right.
But thanks for going along with it.
Of course. Now then, I guess it's time to get this journey started.
Guess so. We're hitching the horses.
Okay, so the caravan is kind of pulled together. Tisla, Alethea, and Wesley and Felix are all able to ride in the back along with Mortimer. For Human, he's a bit big to fit inside the wagon. Well, so he is sat right next to Gavin, up where he's driving the wagon. And
It's the best seat in the house.
So I want to play out a couple scenes kind of individually with you guys. The first one being with Human. So the caravan gets moving and starts kind of going up into this mountain pass. And as you can imagine, in the way that Gavin is, he's very unhappy about this like arrangement and is just sat right next to Human. So like, what is Human like doing as this thing gets moving and it's been going like a couple hours?
Why don't you guys just walk?
Because horses are faster and they can carry more things.
That's true. They are faster than people. I've noticed that. You guys are very slow, and you have a lot of stuff. How come you guys have so much stuff?
Because other people want the stuff, but they don't want to come get it, so we bring it to them.
Why do people have so much stuff? I have nothing. All I have is this stick, and my shirt, and this thing. And he pulls up like a piece of wood that's been on his back. And he's like, and I use this thing to stop things from hitting me. And I use this thing to walk around and to light it on fire and to push things over and to bop guys on the head. And that's it.
Why do you ask so many questions?
I'm curious by nature. That's what my dad said. Except it sounded like...
Right, because you're raised by wolves, right?
I was! Raised by wolves, you heard that! That's good.
Yes.
You're a good listener. And he puts his
I
shield
heard
back.
it 7 times.
Oh. Good for you. Where are we going?
Why are you on this trip, Human?
I have no idea. I wandered into that town, and then I wandered into I think Wesley called it a library, but there weren't any berries, and there weren't any trees. There was a lot of wood, and that's why I got confused. And then this old man, he came at me with a stick, and he called me a coot. I still don't know what a coot is. And then I was dreaming, and then I wasn't dreaming, and then I met Wesley again, and then I signed a paper, but I don't remember signing the paper, and then I'm here. Now we're friends. Right, Gavin?
We're friends?
Yeah,
How do you know we're friends?
because I said it.
He kind of sits there quietly for like several minutes, and then kind of raises an eyebrow and looks over at Human.
That's how I became friends with them. I said, hey, we're friends now, and they said, okay.
You want to learn how to drive?
More than anything!
All right then. And he spends a little while like walking you through like how to hold the reins, how to steer the horses, things like that. So Human actually learns how to drive the caravan.
Guys, look at this! I'm a driver! Wesley! I'm gonna show my best friend Wesley. Wesley! I'm driving!
Yeah, you are.
Thanks, man! This is super fun! Thanks, Gavin. See, we are friends.
I suppose we're friends by force.
Yeah! Forced friendship.
Huzzah.
Huzzah!
Okay, so that's on the first day of the trip. So on the second day of the trip, you'll spend a lot of the day kind of moving up the side of this mountain, getting into the pass, and you'll get to a very high point along the road. And while the party is kind of stopped and is kind of beginning to prepare camp for the evening, Tisla, you are preparing like your bed and everything for the night when suddenly this cold sensation, like the ice that you discovered, touches you, but in several places, and you notice little white starting to fall from the sky. And this is the first time that Tisla has ever seen snow.
Something's falling from the sky. It's coming down the clouds. Look at it.
Mortimer just like pops his head up and goes, "Oh, that's snow."
What's it good for?
Eden.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, it's like water.
Yes, so you see the water from like rain, right? So have you seen rain before?
She's very
Yeah.
new here.
Well, sometimes water falls from the sky, and we call that rain. And then the rain gets picked back up into the sky again, and sometimes it goes up so high that it gets cold because it's colder up high, so it comes down like ice instead, and they call that snow.
Is it like the magic? It's just everywhere in the air, like the waters.
It is, but it's not magic as far as I know.
Oh,
It's nature.
it's very cold. Is it always cold?
Always. And sometimes it gets so thick we can't even move the wagon.
Well, that can be good. What do you
No,
mean it gets thick? It doesn't just like go away when it hits the ground.
not if it's too cold.
What happens when it's too cold?
It stacks up in big piles like this, and he points up at one of the mountain tops, and you can see where the top of this mountain is white.
Oh, that's not just rock up there. That's something on the mountain.
Nope, that's snow and ice.
You know, the mountains are way prettier from the inside. Just a biased opinion, I guess.
My grandfather told me that.
It's very dreary up here.
It is a bit, but I like it. More room to move around.
And cold. Anybody said it's cold?
Only sometimes it's cold. Sometimes it's hot.
Do you want to know if it's going to snow tomorrow?
Sure.
Do you know that?
No.
Oh,
But I can ask.
the goddess?
No, I don't know her.
Oh,
I'm going to ask the air. Yeah.
do it. I want to see.
Okay. Hey, is it going to snow? And Jack, I'm gonna use Druidcraft, which allows me to tell the weather.
Okay, for everyone else, y'all just hear like this wind pass by. But for human, you hear this voice like echo off the mountain and it goes, "Only a little bit."
It's only gonna snow a little bit, so we're fine.
Snow a little.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right. Even in the summer, it snows.
You're welcome.
Summer.
Thanks,
Anything
big
else?
guy. I
No,
can keep you around.
I got it.
Well, huh?
Oh,
Yes.
Did you?
yeah, there we go. Oh, we got two. This is great.
That's very exciting.
I know.
Oh. Okay, so what now? We just wait for the snow to collect underground?
No, it's not gonna snow. It's only a little bit. It'll melt.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't want it to be on the ground. That's the last thing we want.
So we just wait till the snow's not underground.
Yeah.
Is this,
We just keep moving. We don't wait at all.
Mm-hmm.
are we camping?
Well, for the night, because it's nighttime. Don't want to travel at night. Bad things happen at night. Might trip on a rock. Might drive off a cliff.
Psh, rock no match for me.
Remember the melon? That's what happens if you go off a cliff too.
I'm sorry, what?
If you go a long way down really fast, you're like the melon that you talked about. So we don't want to go off a cliff at night.
Oh, so it's not just in an airship?
No, anytime you fall.
Well, why do people live on the surface at all? It's so dangerous.
I mean, is there nowhere to fall underground?
I mean, I guess you could. But we're kind of short and to the ground. We live in tunnels and business. The only real place to fall is the mining shafts and, well...
Well, don't fall.
Hang out in the mining shafts. Okay.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, while this very interesting conversation is Alethea is kind of making her camp as well. I imagine probably a little bit away from the rest of the group, isn't her personality? And while you're doing this, you are suddenly approached by none other than Felix, the VIP that y'all are transporting. And he just kind of walks up to you. Are you okay? Oh,
You
let
mean-
me get muted.
You're muted.
We just thought she was being real angsty.
You were speaking to me?
Yes. Yeah, so Felix has just walked up to you at your camp, kind of a little bit away from the rest of the group. And he just kind of approached you. He's like, and just kind of saw you just kind of sitting there, I guess kind of like rocking or something. He's like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I am fine. I'm just thinking.
Thinking about what?
Magic.
What about it?
Explosive, fuels, solutions to problems. So many problems that we don't have solution for. I'm finding them now.
Hmm.
So many.
Sounds like familiar words to me.
What?
My dad, he was a professor at the university.
A professor of what exactly?
Geology, mostly.
Oh,
He also did some other sciences. Even dabbled in magic a little bit. Was invited to the Wizard's Tower a couple times.
oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that he did anything of note with the magic at the Wizard's Tower, or?
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
That's the problem. But honestly, that's why I'm on this trip.
wait. So, you're going. We're going to we're going to the Iron Kingdom, and the Wizard's Tower, where the magic happens,
Right.
is back there.
He's not there. You see, he went there one day, and I don't know what he heard. I don't know what he learned. I don't know what he saw. But he quickly packed his bags and left for yet another expedition into the Underdark, below the island. He never came back. I'm
Well,
going to find him.
so you're trying to find him
Yes.
in the Underdark.
Yes.
Are you stupid?
Probably.
Does the kobold know about this?
No, and he doesn't need to. He's taking me to the Iron Nation, where I can maybe hire some people, where I can find some mining tools made of metal instead of whatever stuff the Kingdom of Magic uses for their non-existent pickaxes. I'm planning an expedition, and I'm going to find him.
Because you miss him. He's just like, oh, he's your dad. So yeah, I
Okay.
guess you would. That makes sense.
Yep.
Well, good luck with that.
Thanks, I guess. Yeah, his name was Dr. Thomas. Good man. Very good man.
Dr. Thomas?
Yes.
Why does that name sound familiar?
It would be a professor who you might have heard mentioned in your backstory a couple of times. Not anyone of serious note, but someone held in respect.
With his studies of magic, right?
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
Geology and magic were his two fields.
Yeah, geology. Great. That sounds really fascinating. But the magic, I am interested in. So you said, Felix, that you were going to be putting together some sort of expedition?
Yes, to go
I
find
mean,
him.
Can't speak for my comrades, but we kind of, it's almost like a package deal sort of thing. So maybe after we get through this contract with Mr. Mortimer, the kobold, we could talk about working out a deal, and you could introduce me to your dad, because that would be really fascinating.
That would be interesting. I want to back up a second. You seem interested in the magic, but not in the geology. Why?
Who cares about rocks? I mean, Tisla probably cares about rocks because she's, look at her. But I don't know. For me, I very interested in, magic and maybe how to not use it all. It's a crazy theory, and I'm sure it would bore you to death. But that's fine. It's so maybe he just might have some information that would be useful in my research.
If my father was here, he would say you sound just like all the oafs at the Wizard Tower. That's exactly what they told him. Who cares about a bunch of stupid rocks when there's magic to study?
Really, that's what they said to him.
He believed that they were one and the same, and that I don't know, but I think he went down there looking for more.
To the Underdark?
Yes.
Looking for more
magic.
Yes. Interesting. Because the ore of the veins, and the veins are a metaphor for the magic, and the magic is running out. Yeah. Your father sounds like a very smart individual, and maybe there's more to this rock thing than I had previously given credit. So I would again love to talk with your father more about this in the future. So maybe we can work something out.
Sure. Yeah, once we get to the Iron Nation, let's talk about it.
Yeah. But Felix, before you go, let's keep this little conversation, this little tete-a-tete between us. Because we don't want to give Mr. Mortimer the wrong idea about this really Yeah, relationship.
Sure, that's fair. Don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't think we're not doing anything wrong here. We're not doing anything wrong. But it's probably for the best.
You look nervous. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. This has been a very productive conversation.
Great. Well, have a good night then.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. And so the next day, the caravan gets moving again, with Gavin and Newman taking turns driving. And then everyone else kind of riding along. Y'all get to a point where y'all decide y'all are going to kind of stop for lunch. Because the horses have to stop to rest pretty often whenever y'all are moving uphill. So you'll come to a stop and everyone kind of moves out and fans out. And Wes, you are kind of, maybe stepped a little bit away from the group, something like that, catching fresh air, enjoying the view, whatever it is you're doing. Whenever something glittering, something shiny catches your eye in a snowbank not too far away.
I was polishing, or not polishing, sharpening my sword very clumsily. And I look up, and I sheathe my sword at my side and walk towards the shiny thing. Are there people around me, like close?
Not right around you. You're kind of on the edge of what would be like the small camp. Everyone else is sitting around eating lunch, things like that. Unless you drew attention to yourself, no one would really notice.
Without anyone immediately near me, I wouldn't. So I'll cautiously approach.
Okay. Yeah, you reach the snowbank and you see like a piece of metal sticking out of this snowbank, and it seems very familiar to you somehow. So you kind of reach down, you grab it, and you pull it out of the snow with kind of a tug, and you are holding in your hand a shield. But this is a very familiar shield. This is the kind of shield that, had you gone on your trip, you would have been given as equipment. The shield of a paladin.
I pull it up off the ground, and I start kind of pushing the rest of the snow out of the way and looking for anything else.
There is nothing else there.
Maybe the goddess is watching over me.
That's when you notice it. Right when you say that, you're looking at your shadow in the snow, and you see your shadow, and you see the shadow of the shield you're holding, with a little ray of light poking through it. And you take another look at this shield, and towards the middle of this rounded shield, there is a small hole in the wood that would have been made by an arrow.
I look up.
You just see the mountains looming all around you.
Got something to say, Wesley?
I walk back towards them. Found this shield. It's one of my orders.
Where's the person that's supposed to be holding it?
That's the question, right? It's got this arrow hole in it, so
Now, who
maybe
would
it
have
gets
done
shot
that?
with an arrow.
I don't know. But I imagine
There's no body?
not that I could find.
Any tracks?
No, I mean, I guess I didn't really look, but I can't imagine there'd be anything. We're walking on stone and everything's covered with snow.
Well, I feel like if there's a shield with a hole in it and the body's missing, we should probably be a bit careful.
Yeah, I don't really want to make camp right here, if that's okay.
Well, you don't have to.
Mortimer suddenly pops up like he's in like the huddle with you guys. Like he puts like his arms around you. What you guys talking about?
Oh.
Wesley's friend's shield.
His what?
I just found this. It's a shield of a paladin, and it looks like someone was shot here.
Oh my.
And assumably had their body taken away. Only the shield left. Whoever got rid of everything else, they were trying to clean up.
Oh dear. I mean, surely not. I mean, maybe at the most, maybe a group of paladins was attacked and one of them went down or something, and maybe he was injured and they just took his body and his injured body and brought it back and took care of it. I mean, no one could beat a group of paladins.
We're not invincible.
Little one, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like how nonchalant you are about really important things.
I'm very serious. It's just the way my people talk. We sound like we don't care, but I'm very serious. I am an emotional individual. I'm with you. I'm game. My head's in the game.
Well, then we should be concerned about the shield without an arm on it and a hole in it.
Oh, I'm concerned. I just don't think it likely that a whole unit of paladins got beat. Besides, if they did, where's the rest of them?
Beard off. I don't know. I'm gonna pray on it for a minute. I'm casting Divine Sense.
You do that.
Okay, what's the range? 60 feet?
God, why doesn't it just say that in the description?
I think it's 60 feet.
I think it's...
Yeah,
It's
60
60
feet.
Okay. You detect nothing.
Can I search the area? Where'd you find that?
Right over there. In the snow.
Can I do a more thorough search, like search through the snow and kick around and see if there are any more shields or anything else dropped?
Yes, give me an investigation.
Oh, God, gang.
Oh, that's a 0.
And a nat one.
I fall face first into the snow.
You go to dig this up, and the snow is very cold, and you end up just like scaring yourself and falling backward into it. And then you suddenly discover the art of snow angels.
What? Did you know you can draw things into snow? Look at this! I get up and it's more like just like a circle because she's so squat. So like a shape to it,
And you guys say I can't take serious situations seriously.
Can I just casually look around?
Yes, give me a perception check.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
You want to make some angels with me?
Kinda.
Yeah, so Human, you actually begin to kind of scan the area of the mountains around you. And at first you kind of notice nothing. But then right before you decide to look away, something does catch your eye. And you look up ahead on the path, and from the snow and ice, several forms actually begin to emerge. Rising up with white cloaks for camouflage out of the snow, now standing up and revealing themselves to be men surrounding you.
Hey,
One
Wesley.
of them... Oh, go ahead.
Hey, Wesley. Can I see your friend's shield?
Sure.
Okay. And he reaches down and pulls out a seed and puts it in the arrow hole, and then casts Druidcraft to make like vines sprout out of it, and then hands it to him and says, and he points Wesley towards the bad guys. He says, "Hey, I found new friends."
Oh no.
Oh,
We're under attack!
Oh
What?
no!
are we?
Attack!
Yeah,
Like-
so
Poof
So
out of the
after
snow.
you look at this group. One of them in particular, kind of towards the center of the group, is a very large and powerful man who wears a long, flowing red cape
Mm.
and a thick leather armor.
Ooh.
And he raises a hammer high above his head and shouts into the pass with his voice booming and echoing off the stones. He says, I am Carvos, leader of the exiled. Drop your weapons and surrender your supplies. If anyone dares to lift a weapon against us, they shall meet the same fate as this honored paladin. And at that, he throws something towards the caravan
Oh.
that strikes the frozen earth with a thud. The object rolls a bit and into y'all's view, and there, staring back at all of you with empty, lifeless eyes, is the severed head of the bandit's last victim. And that is where we're going to leave it for this week.
I was ready to punch someone.
You're a shit, Jack.
I know I am. I'm proud of it.
You're a real
Just a real stand-up guy.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to say.
You're a real trash monster. That's what I can say about that. Oh man, I was gonna shout back.
Got him. You can shout back next week at the same time, same place.
You hold that for 7 days. You just keep that shout inside.
Man, I'll keep all my shouts inside. All right, guys, that was episode 2 of Island in the Sky, aptly titled The Meeting. So let's go around, hear from our cast, get your thoughts on this, and then we'll get the heck out of here. We'll start with Jack. Jack, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of episode 2?
Hey guys, I'm Jack. I go by JackoBuddy on Twitter, DMs Guild, Twitch, Patreon, all those places. I run a group on Tuesdays that's called Reliant Games that has a Twitch channel. And then also on Wednesdays, I play in the Mimics and Monstrosities campaign on YouTube. And then Thursdays, I'm right here being a really mean DM in Island in the Sky. I thought this session was really great. I set it up to just be nothing but roleplay and was not disappointed. I knew these players and these characters would just be golden. And there's parts where I got a scene started and then just sat back for 30 minutes while people talked. And it was fantastic. Everyone who's ever played under me knows I love really mean cliffhangers and such. And so I don't know what to tell you. That's what's going to happen. Next episode's going to be really, really fun. It's not going to go all the standard ways you expect the bandit encounter to go. So I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Speaking of you two, let's hear from Chelsea.
Oh.
Chelsea, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of today's episode?
I am Chelsea. You can find me on the internet at little_red_dot in all of the places. If you follow me over on Twitter, you can find access to all kinds of things like my Discord and other places to chat with me, as well as my weekly schedule, which is insanity. I think this week I'm clocking in at almost 30 hours of gaming. So lots and lots between the podcast release and everything. So much gaming. So you can check me out there. And starting next month, so starting in October, I am starting something new on my own channel. So I'm not really becoming a network or any of that, but I'm launching some indie games. So monthly, I will be running a new indie game once a month. And in fact, our good old DM here is going to be joining me for one in November.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so I don't want to release too much about that one, but the first one up for the month of October will be an Anchorman series called The Fate of the Anchorman. We'll be using Fate Core. It'll be fun. Lots of 70s mustaches and polyester.
Sweet. Cool. Let's jump over to Speedy. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of today's episode?
I am Speedy. You can find me pretty much everywhere as Not So Speed Runs. Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff. I play indie games sometimes and also some tabletop. I don't have any campaigns going on my channel right now, which is sad. This weekend you can catch me on Welcome Party RPG, where there's going to be a 36-hour stream supporting Trans Lifeline, which is a really awesome charity. First ever suicide hotline dedicated exclusively to people who are transgender, which is super awesome, and I'm really happy to be supporting them. You should definitely go follow Welcome Party RPG. They're an incredibly inclusive channel, and the charity stream is going to be awesome, so you should be there. I'll be on, I think, 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, so be there for that. Otherwise, you can find me pretty much everywhere Not So Speedruns, and I also help run a mental health community called Cast Together of streamers who are advocates for mental health. You should follow them on Twitter at Cast Together if you are interested in helping to support mental health causes, because we shout out all kinds of streams and stuff all the time.
Didn't you just raise a shitload of money too for Cast Together?
Yeah. It's World Suicide Prevention Month right now, and World Suicide Prevention Day was like last Monday, so we had a 10-day long charity campaign To Write Love on Her Arms, which included a 24-hour stream on the Cast Together channel that raised like $660, and then as a team over the 10 days, we raised over $10,000, which is insane and more than I ever imagined, coming from like last year when I started this, and we had our first campaign where we raised like $1,500 as a team over like an entire weekend. So it's been crazy. People are incredibly supportive, and just like the amount of like just like advocacy and like people talking about their stories and everything has been awesome. So yeah, all of that, go follow at Cast Together. As for tonight, this was really fun. I love this group so much.
Me too. I didn't even say that, but I have that much excitement. I do.
I love it.
These are all wonderful people. I love the good boy human. I love the Tisla, just like going off on the rails, and also like being very curious about everything in the overworld. And I love Alethea. Yeah, being just neurotic and like also somehow trying to like keep us in line a little bit.
Here's the thing, I think she is by far the most sane of us all, which is actually really terrifying.
Well, I think right. Like the conspiracy theorist is only the most crazy until they're proven right.
Right.
Yeah, I love everything about this. So.
Yeah, and then I'm just an ass.
Kenny is like the guy from what is it? The ancient history with the aliens. Magic's dying. That's Kenny.
My hair just gets bigger and bigger and messier every episode.
I want that to happen. You just get messier and dirtier every episode, and you're like, oh, it's crazy.
By the end, just gonna be like one of those Marines that have like their whole face covered in mud.
Yeah. Perfect. Speaking of Kenny, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of today's episode?
So I'm Kenny Hill. You can find me primarily at twitch.tv/Kenny Hill, KENIHILL, where I don't do D&D content, actually. I usually play like super wholesome Nintendo games. Tonight's episode, I love the role-playing aspect of tabletop role-playing games. So this was, I don't know if you can tell by my tendencies. So this was right up my alley, and I really enjoyed it. And just seeing, the relationships develop and like the social ties that we're already starting to make is a lot of fun.
For someone who doesn't play role-playing games on their channel, didn't you just get a D20 shaved into the back of your head?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes. So I have an undercut.
Oh, that's sexy.
Yeah.
So my husbando etched a D20 into it.
Yeah, so for everyone who doesn't follow her on Instagram, that happened like 4 days ago or 5 days ago. I was like, oh, that's so dope. Yeah, super cool. Speaking of you and your El Husbando, you're one of our sponsors. So Kenny, tell us about our sponsor.
So I'm also here on behalf of Dice of Rolling. We are a husband and wife duo. We make color-coded dice sets that are optimized for 5th edition rule sets, as well as battle tokens, which are hardwood tokens with custom icons on them. And it's like having an army of miniatures in your pocket. So if you want to check that out, you can go to diceofrolling.com, use the code UMG to get $1 off your order, plus a percentage of the proceeds go to supporting all of the campaigns that are being run here on unMadeGaming.
Sweet. And our other sponsor, new this week, Jack.
Yeah, so our other sponsor is Reliant Games, the company that I started that creates and manages podcasting and that sort of like tabletop creation content. So we are going to be sponsoring this show and doing some really cool things with it. We don't have all the specific details on it yet, but me and Mike are working them out, and super excited for where that's going. And you can check them out now on Twitter at Reliant Games, and then we should have a website coming pretty soon as well on some things we're just getting off the ground. But if you support anything that like I do through like Twitter and Patreon or anything, all that goes to the same place. All of that helps support that group. So check them out and stay tuned for some really cool news coming up with that.
Sweet. Yeah, guys, if you're not following us on social media, please do so. If you're not in our Discord, get the hell in there, guys. It's a super fun time in there. And before we get the heck out of here, we're going to go raid our friends off the table. If you guys like role-playing, the role-playing portion of role-playing games, they are lean heavy into that. And it's full of sadness and all kinds of emotions. Mostly sadness. But they're all super awesome games, great bunch of people, and my new internet wife. So that's going to be cool. So go check them out. And yeah, from all of us to you guys, bye-bye!